Thank you so much for tuning in to She's All Over the Place with Kiriaki. That's me.
Hello, beautiful gems. You're awesome. Woohoo! So today we're going to be talking about music. Music 101. Ready to dive in? Cool. I am. I love music. It means everything to me. I grew up listening to oldies. My mom would sing oldies. We'd go to church. It was 45 minutes away each way. And we'd just be kids jamming out to oldies. I learned about melodies and harmonies through oldies. And because of my mom. My mom, she used to play guitar. My sister is an operatic singer. She sings in 5 different languages. She's classically trained on the piano. She grew up going to solo ensembles at University of Michigan. She grew up going to practices after school, like every single day, piano lessons, singing lessons, all these lessons. So that was her journey. I listened to different artists. I would sing along. I loved like Tribe Called Quest and like hip hop beats and like Eminem and 50 and like so many, coming from Detroit, like I definitely got down with some like pretty cool music and knowing like the East Coast, West Coast vibes with like JD and like Nelly and all those different kinds. So the cool thing about music is it's all over the place. There's no right and wrong. I grew up on classical music. I grew up on like Bach and Mozart, and like sometimes I would just have the classical music playing while I was sleeping all through the night, and it was just like really subliminal and beautiful to be able to hear that, through my sleep state. I also grew up listening to Frank Sinatra, and again, I would just like play it and I would fall asleep to it and it would play all through the night. And so maybe that's where I got some of my sugar and spice and, like jazzy kind of vibes. But I love Billie Holiday. I love Ella Fitzgerald. And I want to know all about who you vibe with. So if you're someone and you feel you have like a little voice inside your head, some kind of calling, and you're like, I love music, and you just appreciate music cool, or maybe you love music but you like reviewing and writing about music. There's like a whole profession for that. But let's say maybe you want to make music. Maybe you want to be a singer or a songwriter, or let's say actually you play instruments, violin, drum, bass, or maybe your instrument is a synth. Piano, or maybe you're just making beats off an app. There's so many music apps where you're making beats. You can do it all and you can experience it all. If you know what you like, cool, go for it. If you're not sure, you can test the waters and you can join Facebook groups if you're old enough and or have Facebook. There's Facebook groups for music, and there's different local schools and communities where you can get involved in music classes, and then there's music theory, so you can learn traditional classical ways of music. Or some people, a lot of people I know, for example, myself and my music partner, we're trained just by our natural ear. There are so many intelligent rock star musicians who are involved in music, and you can just Google about it, and I'm sure there's tons of articles on it too, where some people are classically trained and some people have never had a training in their life, and it's just based on their authentic talent and their ear and their their choices. But it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. What matters is that you put into action your thoughts and your desires. Everything starts with a thought form, and then you put it into action, and then you see the results. And then if you like it, cool. If you're frustrated, maybe you want to set it down, go to something else. Or maybe if you're frustrated, there's something where you can have some patience and go back to it and learn and grow, and maybe team up with someone who knows that particular instrument and do a one-on-one with them. Or maybe there's a group class where you can get involved and learn, if it's an instrument or if it's a digital instrument. So there's no right or wrong. There's a lot of egos. There's a lot of people who have a lot of pride and this is how it should be, or this is how it was, or you're only great if you're this way or that way. And those are people who are jaded. Those are people who didn't have their dreams fulfilled. Those are people who gave it their all or maybe didn't but thought they did, and then they have a chip on their shoulder and then they're passing down buck information to you. So you want to be very careful of the information that you take on and that you believe, because some people, they give you advice but maybe it's not always the best advice. So you want to make sure you're around trained professionals, and even if you're around trained professionals, sometimes they even have a chip on their shoulder. So you have to always gauge and check in, be open to hearing, but then at the end of the day, check back in with yourself and take what you want for you, and then put all the other stuff to the wayside, because it's your life and it's your journey, and at the end of the day, at the end of the night, you're going to be with you. So the purpose about this is an exploration of fun, and you know, music is very healing too. It's so healing. And the cool thing about music is you can go anywhere in the world or be in one place and have the whole world come to you, you know, and music is a universal language. And we all communicate through music. Whether we understand what they're saying or not, it's a feeling. Up, down, sad, depressed, like transformation, like growing pains, you know, we're all interconnected on those levels. And it's a beautiful, harmonious thing, you know. It's very poetic, actually. Yeah, but music is definitely meant for inspiration, and I hope you're inspired by music and by what I shared with you.
Starfire is structured water, intentionally charged with frequencies, crystals, high-powered magnets, and ethereum gold that will enhance and supercharge the water in you. To experience and taste the difference of structured water, visit starfirewaterdelivery.com.
So let's do a little recap. Music is for everyone. Music is supposed to be fun. You can pick up a pen and paper, you can pick up an instrument in your home, at school, at your friend's house. You know, you can talk to your mom and dad, or if you're old enough, you can look on eBay or Craigslist and get something that's in good condition but used to do something as a starter, as a hobby. Do research and know that it's universal. That's our wrap up for Music 101, and I would love for you to share this with your fellow musician friends, anyone you know who wants to get involved in music or know more about music. We're going to be doing more episodes in the near future, and until next time, stay cool. All right? Cool. We out.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Kiriaki, over and out.